this is a response to what's his name? Let's see. I forgot his name. She Walked 2008. And it's a response to the five facts, setbacks in the black community. And I just wanted to list some of my facts for the setbacks of the black community. Okay. That kind of rhymed a little bit. But yeah. Okay. This is not in order, but one of my facts are the black family, breaking up. Like, nowadays, people don't have a traditional family in the black community. It's usually single mothers, which are, go for 70% of black households, according to statistics. And, and according to statistics, 1 out of every 9 black males are in jail. And 70% of males that are in jail come from a single parent home. Now, the breakup of the black family, I think, was detrimental to the black community. I believe that these black boys need values coming from a man and not just a woman. I think women need values coming from a man, not just a woman also. Black boys need standards of who they should become when they get older. They should have guidelines of how to carry themselves and how to act and how to, become a strong black man. And also, women need that male figure to, get that acceptance of male love starting from her father, a positive, acceptance from how a male should treat them. That's one of the downfalls, I believe, that had a detrimental effect in the black community. And I believe that, the perpetuation of single parent mothers can be caused by the welfare system back in the 1980s. Someone said, I was reading this article, someone said that welfare was just another way for black women to kick out the men, So I think welfare, had a detrimental effect on the black family. Well, it helped them, but I believe, I just don't want to come from a place of naiveness, but I believe that welfare should be a transitional tool to get out of a situation, not for it to be, a cycle, So, that's one of the setbacks of the black community. Another setback is, of the black community is the church. I believe that the church was enormous, had an enormous impact on the black community back in, I don't know, maybe the 60s, and more of an impact, in the 50s and 60s than it has today, because, the church was like a nucleus for all black people to come together, and it united black people, and it set standards of how to act and how children were to act, because, in class we're talking about how the church and the schools were connected in the black community, and it's like the kids knew how to act when they went to church, and when it transcended to school, it was almost the same thing. And churches, was like, a second home to black people. And, in the 50s and the 60s, you had these marches, and the churches was the foundation of all that too, they had rallies in the churches, and people spoke in the churches, during the civil rights movements and all that stuff. And now, nowadays, I don't know if they don't trust the church or they converted to other religions, Church is not really a big thing, and majority of the people who are in the church are women, not men. You know? So I believe that we should build, the downfall of the church, our foundation, and, the only thing that black people did own and had a huge say in, well, particularly all say in, was the church. And we are losing that now. So, church, downfall of church. And also, another downfall of the black community. Let's see, the church, family. Another downfall would be the value system. Black people, value system has gone down. Back in the day, people took value in having a job, having a family, and taking pride in themselves, Nowadays, people really don't have no value system. They just, whatever. You know what I mean? Kids don't have anything to go off of or live by. They're just living life. And I'm not trying to be like going from an essentialist viewpoint, like it's all black people's fault, why they were down. But I believe that the system has a lot to do with this stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying it's all black people's fault. I think I have more. I'm trying to think of more. Let's see. I said 3. What else? Black family. Education. I think education should be more enforced in schools, and especially in the black schools. I believe that, a cultural-based curriculum should be enforced in black schools because, the things that black children are learning today in school aren't what they experience on a daily basis. They can't relate to it, and I believe that education should be promoted more. Sometimes if you're black, it's not cool to be educated. It's like, man, you ain't keeping it real. Like, how you ain't gonna be keeping it real because you want an education? Like, okay, that sounds stupid. And it's like the black boys, if you're smart, it's like, you're corny, you're boring. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no swag, and you like, no, like education should be promoted more because people are looking at these music videos and you're looking at the media and they're saying, wow, son, I'm trying to be like that, yo. Well, not like that, shit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, they trying to, you know what I'm saying, see what they see on TV, and they think that's how you supposed to be. And I'm not blaming everything on rap. Don't get me wrong, because I listen to rap. But I think I'm old enough to decipher what's real and what's not real. But, this is a new phenomenon to me. I knew rap music wasn't real, and the images you see, and, excuse me, and how they portray women. But it's like, I still thought, like, well, that's how I'm supposed to be. Like, am I not normal because, I don't do what they do? You know what I'm saying? Like, bam. It does have an effect on kids, and I don't understand how rappers say, well, it's the same thing as movies. But at the same time, in movies, people aren't claiming to be, a killer. People aren't claiming to, selling drugs. This real life, yo. I'm keeping it real, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? You don't think a lot of kids is looking at you like, yo, I'm trying to be like him. I'm trying to be like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't think they looking at you? You know what I'm saying? They're saying, well, it's not my fault. It's the parents' fault. The parents should be having a huge say in it. But if I'm not saying majority of these rappers didn't have, came from single parent homes, but like if you came from a single parent home, like you're not gonna say, yeah, I know what it's like, I ain't had no role models and this and that, blah blah blah. It's like, okay, now why would you make music to enforce, violence and drugs and stuff like that? Like, I don't understand that part. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna lie, I listen to rap, you know what I'm saying? Grew up on rap, you know what I'm saying? Listening to it. But it's like, I don't know, people need to have more responsibility. And I also believe that would it hurt to label rap as, get this, rap fiction? Like, it's not real. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think it's real. And they, based on like